Thank you. Before we get started, just a quick reminder, please turn off or turn way down.
No,
your cell phones.
off.
I am Susie Reingold, and I serve on your board as Director of Communications. Tonight's service will be led by Rabbi Carla Friedman.
Again?
And there will be a Torah service, and the following people have honors. John Gamson will be lighting the Shabbat candles. Oh, yeah. Don't be surprised. Barry Friedman, thank you, Barry, will be carrying the Torah, and Barbara Nova will dress the Torah. Tonight's Aliyah is given to Laura.
Laura.
There you are. Thank you, Lauren.
Oh.
And the Gabbai tonight will be Elise
Delise.
Axon.
Delise.
Delise.
Yes.
Did I say something else? Sometimes I do.
I think you said Elise.
Oh, no.
No.
Delise
Axon, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with a D.
If there are any new members, would you please stand and introduce yourselves?
Just the old ones? Yeah.
No. Okay. But we have a lot of guests tonight.
Ooh.
We have Winnie Goldkang's relatives, Gladys Welber, right? Thank you, Gladys. Eileen Sherhans? Okay. Barry Dubin and Pam Dubin. Welcome. We also have Melissa Alterman. There you are. Thank you. And we have, I think it's Jerry and Diana Gutenstein. Wonderful. Welcome, everybody. We welcome you tonight, and we hope that you enjoy the service.
Yeah, we really have to hope that, because in the midst of everything else, right? Yes, so this is the challenge, right? Because we have people sitting on the left, and we have people sitting on the right, and people in the middle. How do you do all that? Well, we'll see what happens. We're going to begin the service as we like to do, with a little opportunity to set the week that has already passed, set it behind us, and prepare ourselves to be present here for Shabbat. So I'm going to ask you to put your feet on the floor and your back against the chair, and close your eyes, please, and just sit there for a moment. Just sit there and feel yourself relaxing. Just sit there. And as you are relaxing, I want you to do something you don't do all week long, and that is actually feel as you breathe in and breathe out. So pay attention to the breathing that goes on all the time without your awareness of it. Breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out. And as you're doing that, I want you to think about letting go of whatever was on your mind over the course of the week, whatever you had to attend to, whatever distracted you from whatever else goes on. Let go of that. As you breathe out, let that drift away from you, so that you can be fully present here and now to Shabbat. And I want you to think about what Shabbat actually means. It means to cease from work. It does not mean to rest. It means to cease from work. And the question of what work is on Shabbat is a complicated one, but it gives us the opportunity to think about ceasing from work and what it does for us to do that. You know, the Romans and the Greeks thought that the Judeans were nuts, taking a day off work. Imagine giving up voluntarily a day of productivity. But the Romans and the Greeks are gone. And we who take Shabbat off to rest and cease work, we're still here. So there's something very valuable in what Shabbat brings to us and gives to us. And I'd like you to spend a moment as you're breathing in and breathing out, concentrating on receiving the gift of Shabbat here this evening. Breathing in and breathing out. And do that again, breathing in and breathing out. And open your eyes. Welcome back. We're going to begin with some music. If you are looking in the prayer book, you will find the words to this on page 129. That's the numbers in the brackets. Those are the square blue brackets. And some of those square blue brackets are actually black. We are going to be using the text that is second from the bottom, Ki eshmera Shabbat el yishmereni, as I keep Shabbat, God keeps me. Ot hi le'olamei ad, it is a sign forever, beino uveini, between God and me. Ki eshmera Shabbat. Now? No? Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. It went to sleep for a while. Hi, John.
Hi, Rabbi.
Now, John, the last time you were up here on the Bima.
Oh, I don't want to think about that.
You don't want to think about that?
No, because that was Bernie Katz's.
No, I'm thinking about the last time you had a Shabbat service. And you don't remember that, huh?
I try not to remember anything that happened before about an hour ago.
Yeah. Well, it's working.
It's working.
You don't remember. So, John, you don't seem to remember that you were giving the announcements. You were the board host at that. Oh, you remember that? Yeah. And while you were standing here, you just carefully put your fingers in my water.
I won't do that.
You see, Simone remembers.
She's moving the water in case, for those of you who can't see, she just moved
I'm
the
just
water
moving. Yeah. Hi, John.
Hi, Rabbi.
Let's light the Shabbat candles.
Sounds like a wonderful idea.
You have to be right in front of the microphone.
Hello, microphone. Is it on? Hello?
Yeah, yes, it's there. It's there.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own way, be among those who kindle light.
I'm going to try a big match.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
okay.
little
Well, absolutely.
I don't know why anybody uses the little match. It worked.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu
b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
And I didn't touch the water.
No, you didn't. Oh, John.
I will stay for an encore.
I just want to point out to you that it doesn't matter what size match you use. This happens to us all the time now. It's an occupational hazard. Come on, little candle. Come on, little candle. Come on, little candle. You can do it, little candle, yeah. John, you can do it. And I'm going to move my water back now that it's safe. And I'm going to invite you to rise for Kiddush. People at home are invited to raise a glass of wine and join us. If you're looking for it in the prayer book, it's on page 123, and the text is on the screen, of course. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lemase v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikrae kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta v'otanu kidashta kol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha Be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat L'chaim. And we're going to continue with Shiru Ladonai.
Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai. בסכו מיום ליום ישועתו שירו לאדוני שיר חדש שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, מסרו מיום ליום ישועתו.
That was recorded at the Hebrew Union College in Jerusalem a number of years ago, and many of the people you saw in that singing ensemble are now out in the world doing their apprenticeship as student cantors, and some of them are now actually cantors. Yeah. At any rate, and that's why we don't get more material from that group. That group doesn't really exist. We're going to continue with the reading, which is on the screen, and it's also on page 126. I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics, and no services, but I need them. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other, to work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illumine all of us and to bring that vision to life. Do you like that reading? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we're going to continue on page 144. And of course the text is on the screen, Chatzi Kaddish, which tells us that we have come to the end of the introductory section of the service. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, B'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chaye echon uv'yom echon uv'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala, uvizman kariv, v'meru, Yehei shmei Rabbah mivarach, le'alam ulal me'almaya, Yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, V'yithadar, v'yitale, v'yitalal, shmei dekudesha, b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, v'imeru. Amen. We now begin the service proper with the call to worship. Please rise. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Baruch hu et Adonai hamivorach. Baruch Adonai hamivorach leolam va'ed. Lie, 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 lie. And we continue with a reading which is on the screen. And I'm going to turn this way to read it with you. Let's read together. How wonderful, O God, are the works of your hands. The heavens declare your glory. The arch of sky displays your handiwork. In your love you have given us the power to behold the beauty of your world, robed in all its splendor. The sun and the stars, the valleys and hills, the rivers and lakes, all disclose your presence. The roaring breakers of the sea tell of your awesome might. The beasts of the field and the birds of the air bespeak your wondrous will. In your goodness you have made us able to hear the music of the world, the raging of the winds, the whispering of trees in the wood, and the precious voices of loved ones reveal to us that you are in our midst. A divine voice sings through all creation. And we continue with Ahavat Olam.
Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amecha Ahavta Amcha Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu V'shobenu u'kumenu Nasiach b'chukecha V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha Uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'en Ki hem chayenu Ve'orech yameinu Uvahem negeh yomam Yomam v'layla Ve'ahavat cha'at asir Mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael Ohev Amo Yisrael
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed V'ahavta Et Adonai Elohecha B'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha V'hayu hadvarim ha'ele Asher anochi mitzavecha Hayom al levavecha V'shinantam levanecha V'dibarta bam B'shivtecha b'veitecha Uv'lechtecha v'derech Uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha Ukshartam le'ot al yadecha והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. And we're going to continue with a reading on page 157, which is also on the screen. This is a responsive reading. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth.
High heavens declare your glory. Make earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame adverse forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice in visibility, singing on the shores of the sea.
And what they sang on the shores of the sea was Mi Chamocha.
בוקר הים לפני משה ומרים זאלי זאלי יענו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד
Up without the sound for a minute. I would like to look at that ark in the background. Can we do that? Yeah. They're good. They'll be able to do these things, you know. There they are. See? Okay, so this is a representation of the Ark of the Covenant as it is described in the Torah. Okay? Now, I'm not so sure about the dimensions because the dimensions are actually given in the Torah. This is bigger by a lot, I think, because it's all measured out for us in cubits, and a cubit is about 18 inches from here to here. It's supposed to be about 18 inches. In any case, it just looks kind of weird until you start to look at it and see what it is. So the box is the ark itself, and the Torah says that the box was made out of acacia wood and covered in gold. So this is intended to be a representation. What are the poles on the bottom? The Torah describes how the poles are slotted into rings that are attached to the ark so that it can be carried. Yeah, so that's what they've done here. And on top of the ark, you see what looks like cherubs or something, right? Something. Well, the Torah says that that's what you see on the top of the cover of the ark. And it's just so interesting to me that they've made this thing as part of their ark for the Torah scrolls. That's what it is. And you can see that from where the cantor is standing, you have to go up 3 steps to be able to get near it, and it's quite high up. Anyway, I just find it fascinating. What do you see on the sides of the wall, of the framed Torah thing? Water, the splitting of the sea, right? But here's the part I like the best. It says in gold lettering above the ark, Da lifnei mi ata omed, which is what we have over the ark, right? Know before whom you stand, right? So I wanted to just be able to call that to your attention. Thank you to our amazing tech people. And we're going to continue on page 161, and the reading is on the screen as well. Let's read together. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. And we're going to continue now with Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom. Ve'hamidenu Malkeinu lechaim, lechaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shelomecha. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom. Hashkivenu שומר עמו ישראל עד, שומר עמו ישראל עד. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, מעתה 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 ועד
That was recorded quite a number of years ago, and I believe that it was recorded at Park Avenue Synagogue, and I believe that the Cantorial Association of the Conservative Movement was holding their convention there, and you could hear singing with him, right? Those were cantors. That was the audience. Yes. And they seemed to know the piece, didn't you? Yes. So let's read together the text which is on the screen. It's not in the prayer book. Let's read it from the screen. The meaning of the Sabbath is to celebrate time rather than space. 6 days a week, we live under the tyranny of things of space. On the Sabbath, we try to become attuned to holiness in time. It is a day when we are called upon to share in what is eternal in time, to turn from the results of creation to the creation of the world. And that brings us to Vishamru.
Amen.
some sanctuary. Very impressive. In the Moorish style, I believe they would say. Well, that brings us now to the Amidah, the central prayer of our service. The Amidah will be entirely on the screen. You can follow it in the prayer book. It starts on page 164, and all of it will be on the screen. Please rise for the Amidah. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chazdei Avot V'Imahot, Umevi Gula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Ata gibor leolam Adonai, mechaye hakol ata, Rav lehoshia, morid hatal. Mechalkel chaim bechesed, mechaye hakol berachamim rabim. Somech noflim v'rofei cholim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato lishenei afar, michamocha ba'al gevurot, umido melach, memit umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman ata lahachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol. Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, ukdoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. And we continue now reading individually and silently.
Bimroma. Huyase, huyase, huyase shalom. Huyase, huyase, huyase shalom. Huyase, huyase, huyase shalom. Alleluia. May the one who makes peace bring peace down and bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down and bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down and bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. Bimroma. Oh, say shalom. Bimroma. Huyase, huyase, huyase shalom. Huyase, huyase, huyase shalom. Huyase, huyase, huyase shalom. Alleluia. Count it. 1, 2, 3. Sing it. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. And may we bring peace down, bring peace down. May we be the ones to bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down and bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down and bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. And may we, the one who makes peace bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down.
Like that one? Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to continue now with Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the service for the reading of the Torah. And it begins on page 362 in the prayer book, and all of the texts will be on the screen. Ein kamocha va'Elohim Adonai ve'ein kemasecha malchutecha malchut kol olamim umemshaltecha b'chol dor v'ador Adonai melech Adonai malach Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed Adonai oz le'amo yiten Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom Av harachamim Heitiva virtzonecha et Zion Tivnecho Shalayim Tivnechomot Yerushalayim Ki v'cha levad batachnu Melech Elam V'Nisa, Adon Olamim. Havu Godol Eloheinu Tenu Chavod LaTorah. Let us declare the greatness of our God and give honor to the Torah. Ki mitzion tetze Torah. Ki mitzion tetze Torah. Udevar Adonai mi Yerushalayim. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael B'kedushato. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadlu Adonai iti, Oneromema Shemo Yachdav. Lecha Adonai Hagedula v'hagevura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod. Ki chov hashamayim u'va'aretz, mayim u'va'aretz. L'cha Adonai hamamlacha v'amit na'aseh lechol rosh. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehakodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehakodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehakodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehakodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehakodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehakodsho. Ki, sit. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu, Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. What did you do? You went for a coffee on the way there? Where were you? You took the scenic route?
I made him make a lot of stops along
You,
the way.
no, don't take that off
All
till you let's lie it down first. It's a lot easier this way.
Okay.
There you are. Now we cover it.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll take this.
All right.
Thank you. So, if you would like to follow this evening's Torah reading in the Chumash, put your hand up, because there are Chumash shelves. John, it's okay. They got it. John, it's okay. No, we're training a new squad, John. You can lift the prayer book? I can live with that. Oh, you can live with that, I see. If anybody would like a Chumash, put your hand up because this is your opportunity. Okay.
Yeah, but also this
Mm-hmm.
Anybody on the beam today?
I could. Oh no. There is one up here, isn't there? Yes, there's one right there. Isn't there a Chumash there? Yeah. And no, not you, but well, anybody else? Okay, she's got one. Okay. So this evening's Torah reading is the last. I guess it's 13 verses in the book of Numbers, which is an accomplishment. We are coming to the end of the book of Numbers. Now, think about that for a moment. If we're coming to the end of the book of Numbers, what comes next? Deuteronomy. And before we get to the end of Deuteronomy, what will happen? Rosh Hashanah. Mm-hmm. That's how close it is. Can you feel it? Yeah. Okay, well, not as much as I am feeling it, that's for sure. So this section of the weekly Torah portion actually is the conclusion of a story that unfolded, the beginning of which unfolded a couple of weeks ago. And in that, yes, I had looked at it. We had it open, but I moved it, of course. So it starts on page 1127 in the Chumash this evening. So in that story, the daughters of Tzolofchad come to speak with Moses. Now, Tzolofchad is not a name that comes trippingly off the tongue, right? Nobody names their little boys Tzolofchad. Can you standing on the Tzolofchad, come for lunch? No, that's just not happening. Never did happen, really. But Tzolofchad had 5 daughters, and Tevye thinks he has trouble, right? Tzolofchad had 5 daughters, and they go to Moses and they say, "Now look, our father died out here in the wilderness, and he had no sons, but he has 5 daughters, and we want to inherit the land that would be his in the promised land, which we are on our way to get right now." And they say, "Our father died. He was not one of the ones who committed an act of rebellion against Moses. He just died, wouldn't you know it? And they want some inheritance. They don't want their father's inheritance to be lost within the tribe because that's not nice." And there is no precedent for women owning land in that period of time. And there are no stories parallel to this in other cultures. But sure enough, these 5 daughters come to Moses, and Moses says, "I'll check with the boss." He's really good at that. And God tells Moses that, the daughters of Tzolofchad have a good case here. And yes, they should be able to inherit the land. And if that were as far as it went, that would be okay too. But God is on an expensive take of this. And God says, not only that, but if a man dies and he has neither sons nor daughters, no one to inherit from him, then the text then spells out a very clear line of inheritance. First, there will be the brothers of the father. And if he had no brothers, then there will be the uncles, and so on and so forth. Always the male lineage. But nonetheless, the whole point of all of this is so that the land allotments which have been assigned as the Israelites are approaching the promised land, the land allotments within the tribes and between the tribes will be kept distinct, so that Each tribe gets its own allotment, and that is never diminished over time. And so the daughters are permitted to inherit the land. And that's as far as the story goes that time around. But at the end of the book of Numbers, members of their own tribe come now to Moses, and they say to Moses, now, wait a minute. You said they could inherit the land, but here's what's going to happen if they marry outside of our tribe. When the Jubilee year comes and all titles revert to the proper owners, the land is going to pass to the tribe that they marry into. You can't let that happen. I'll check with the boss. And the boss says, that's a good point too. So God establishes a workaround. We here in this group, we're very good at workarounds. And God has a very nice solution to this one. And God says the daughters are permitted to marry, but only within their own tribe. They can't marry outside of the tribe. If they marry outside the tribe, they lose the inheritance. If they want to keep the inheritance, they have to marry within the tribe. Now, many of us would say immediately, wait a minute. The men who are in their tribe, they'll know them all. They'll be related to them all. They'll be like cousins. Well, the tribes are bigger than that. The tribes were actually made up of clusters of families. And so it is not a matter of marrying people that you're actually that closely related to. And it's an actually workable arrangement because the tribes were big enough for that. And that's how the story ends. They marry within their father's tribe. And their father's tribe is the tribe of Manasseh, who was the son of Joseph. And so the land that was originally allotted to Manasseh stays with the descendants of Manasseh. And that's the story that we're going to read, the conclusion of that story is what we're going to read now. Okay. Oh, hello. I do, yeah, I want the book, yeah, because I have Laura's Hebrew name right here. Look at that. Nope, you're here. I haven't called you yet. Do you want to sit down till I call you? No, never, not yet. Oh, okay. Ta'amod, Lord, Leah Devorah Bat Shmuel Miriam Levarech al HaTorah. Wait, no, I have to show it to you. And you're so excited. I like this. Yeah. No, wait. Okay, but wait. So I'm going to show you where it is, and you're going to touch with your talit.
Oh, my talit.
You remember this? We used to do this. You remember?
Been a long time.
Yeah, well, okay. All right, now. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher
Bachar
banu
Banu
mikol ha'amim v'natat lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai
Baruch Shmo.
noten haTorah.
Amen. Okay. Laura, I need you to hold that. ויקרבו ראשי האבות למשפחת בני גלעד בן מכיר בן מנשה ממשפחת בני יוסף וידברו לפני משה ולפני הנשיאים ראשי אבות לבני ישראל ויאמרו את אדוני ציווה אדוני לתת את הארץ בנחלה בגורל לבני ישראל ואדוני ציווה באדוני לתת את נחלת צלופחד אחינו לבנותיו אחינו לבנותיו והיו לאחד מבני שבטי בני ישראל לנשים ונגרע נחלתן מנחלת אבותינו ונוסף על נחלת המטה אשר תהיינה להם ומגורל נחלתנו יגרע, ואם יהיה היובל לבני ישראל, ונוספה נחלתן על נחלת המטה אשר תהיינה להם, ומנחלת מטה אבותינו יגרע נחלתן. ויצב משה את בני ישראל על פי אדוני לאמור, כן מטה בני יוסף דברים, זה הדבר אשר ציווה לבנות צלופחד לאמור, לטוב בעיניהם תהיינה לנשים, אך משפחת מטה אביהן תהיינה לנשים, ולא תסוב נחלה לבני ישראל ממטה אל מטה, כי איש בנחלת מטה אבותיו ידבקו בני ישראל, וכל בת יורשת נחלה ממטות בני ישראל, לאחד ממשפחות מטה אביה תהיה לאישה, למען ירשו בני ישראל איש נחלת אבותיו, ולא תסוב נחלה ממטה למטה אחר. כי איש בנחלתו ידבקו מטות בני ישראל, כאשר ציווה אדוני את משה, כן עשו בנות צלופחד, ותהיינה מחלה, תרצה וחוגלה ומילכה ונועה, בנות צלופחד, לבני דודיהן, לנשים ממשפחות בני מנשה בן יוסף, היו לנשים, ותהי נחלתן על מטה משפחת אביהן. אלה המצוות והמשפטים אשר ציווה אדוני ביד משה אל בני ישראל בערבות מואב על ירדן יריחו. I will translate. I will translate. Did you want to translate? Oh. The heads of the tribal house, the ancestral houses of the sons of Gilad, who was the son of Machir, who was the son of Manasseh, from the tribe of the sons of Joseph, drew near, and they spoke before Moses and before the heads of the fathers' houses of the Israelites, and they said, Adonai commanded our Lord was commanded by Adonai to give land as an inheritance by chance. What did they? By lot. Okay, to the Israelites, and my Lord was commanded by Adonai to give the inheritance of Tzlofchad, our brother, to his daughters, and they would marry into one of the tribes of the Israelites, and their portion from the inheritance of their father would be removed and added to the portion of the tribe into which they married, and by lot, our portion would be reduced, and if there arrives the Jubilee year, and for the Israelites, then their portion will be permanently added to the portion of the tribe into which they had married, and from the portion of our tribe and our father, the tribe of the portion of our fathers, this portion would be removed. And Moses commanded the Israelites according to the instruction from Adonai, saying, yes, well, the tribe of Joseph, they speak well also. This is the matter which Adonai has commanded to the daughters of Tzlofchad, so that it will be good in everybody's eyes. They will be wives, but to the clans within the tribe of their father they may become wives, and so that the inheritance will not move within the Israelites from one tribe to another tribe, and each man will have within the tribe will have the inheritance of his fathers, and the Israelites will cling to that inheritance. And any daughter who inherits land from any tribe amongst the Israelites must marry to one of the or must marry someone within the families of the tribe of her father, so that the Israelites will continue to inherit the land, each man according to his the inheritance of his fathers. And the inheritance in the land will not move from one tribe to another tribe, so that each man will cling to his own inheritance, and the tribes of Israel will cling to. I got that backwards. That's interesting. It says will cling to what they have been given. Yes, just as Adonai has commanded to Moses, that's what the daughters of Tzlofchad did, and they became, then now we're going to have the names. They are Machla, Tirzah, Chogla, Milcah, and Noah. The daughters of Tzlofchad became wives to the sons of their uncles within the clans of the family of Menashe, the son of Joseph, and they were wives, and their inheritance remained within the tribe of their father. These are the commandments and the ordinances which Adonai commanded through the hand of Moses to the Israelites on the steppes of Moab, at Jordan, at Jericho. Yes.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam, natan betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch Shmo.
Ten HaTorah.
Amen. You put down this thing. Now, Laura Doris, we have a blessing for you.
Okay, I'll take one.
Well, yes, of course we'll take one, since you're in the neighborhood, right? So, Laura Doris, are you here for any particular
I
reason?
was here for Joe, but he's not here today.
No. That's
Joe's birthday,
for
yeah.
Joe's birthday. Now, for people who might not know, last week we celebrated the 100th birthday of Joe Sheff, who has been a friend of Laura's, and to whom Laura has been a very dear friend for many, many moons.
2010.
Since 2010. And Laura has the honor, in honor of Joe. That makes sense for you. You'd go with that? Yeah. It stays within the clan, yes. And, yeah. Don't ever say any of that to me again. Yes. So, Misha Berach Avotenu ve'imotenu Avram Yitzchak v'Yakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah hu yivarech et Leah Devorah bat Shmuel u'Miriam ba'avur sha'alta l'chvod ha'makom v'l'chvod ha'Torah b'schar zeh Kadosh Baruch Hu yishmereha v'yatzileha mikol tzara v'tzuka u'mikol nega u'machala v'yishlach bracha v'hatzlacha b'chol ma'aseh yadeha im kol Yisrael v'nomar Amen. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless Laura Doris here, since she has come up to the Torah in honor of God and Torah and Joe's birthday. Yes. May she merit from the Holy One a blessing, protection, rescue from any trouble or distress, and from any illness, minor or serious, and no more falling.
I buy that.
Okay. May God send blessing and success in her every endeavor, and together with all Israel we say, Amen.
Thank you.
Okay, now you have to do that over there. Well, when we lift it, but we're going to do the Mishaberach first. we're going. We'll do. Why? Oh, you have to go. Oh, nice seeing you. No, no, we're not raising it yet. You can be seated. We're going to do the Mishberach before we do this. Yes. So we're going to offer prayers now for the sick. We begin with the list of congregants for whom we are offering prayers. And then I will give you the opportunity to offer prayers for the people who are on your own personal list. And so then we will hear the music. So we are offering prayers this evening for the well-being of Beverly Adler, Robert Berg, Diane Berthold, Elaine Bialer, Barry Brown, Andrea Chasen, Arlene Cohen, Freda Cohen, Marianne Fink, Joan Frankel Ford, Raleigh Ford, Batsheva Sarah Gamaran, Richard Hoffing, Liz Jacobs, Carol Katz, Marcia Katz, Verdna Kelly, Carolyn Corlin, Rochelle Lafer, Marlis Markovitz, Bonnie Meyer, Amy Mogil, Paula Newberger, Faye Nippon, Susan Pernick, Leslie Rapkin, Fanny Reese, Betty Sarlin, Jacqueline Schindler, Mark Schoenholtz, Barry Schwartz, Brenda Shapiro, Joe Sheff, Stephen Tabin, Norman Toff, Ruth Turchin, Harvey Weiss, Don Zion, Stanley Zarofsky, Leslie Zwain, Amit Ben Shirley, Aharon Gedalia Ben Rochel Itzel, Ariel Bat Rivka, Ariella Bat Shoshana, Chana Pesa Bat Golda, Hanan Rachmiel Ben Leah, Chava Bat Esther Malka, Chaya Esther Bat Chana, Devorah Bat Meta, Devorah Bat Ruth, Devorah Bat Sarah, Esther Badana Bat Shena Malka, Henya Rachel Bat Sarah, Heshle Ben Devorah, Yosef Shmuel Ben Bertha, Manya Bat Fredel, Masha Bat Esther, Masha Sarah Bat Chana, Menachem Ben Frima, Mindela Bat Frima, Mordechai Ben Sarah, Moshe Hersh Ben Rivka, Pesach Lev Ben Sarah, Sarah Mindel Bat Chanalea, Shaul Yochanan Ben Sarah, Shena Bracha Bat Yehudit, Shena Leah Bat Devorah, Shirley Bat Sarah, Shulamit Bat Zilla, Velvel Ben Hindabela, and Yonatan Ben Chassia. Now I'm going to ask you to take a few moments to offer prayers for the people on your own personal prayer list. And as you do that, as you think of their names, please articulate the names silently. And let's offer some prayers for the people of the Ukraine. Let's offer prayers for people anywhere in the world dealing with the consequences of global climate change. Let's offer prayers for people dealing with the consequences of gun violence in our own country and all over the world. Let's offer a prayer for our country. And let's offer a prayer for our planet. And now we go to the music.
Avotenu
going to lift and dress the Torah scroll. Before we do that, I want to remind you that we have just finished the reading of one of the books of Torah. So as the scroll is lifted, we say, really? I'll have to have a word with those people. What we're going to say is, Chazak, Chazak v'nit chazek. Be strong, and we shall be strengthened. And we say that as the Torah scroll goes up. Please rise. Chazak, Chazak v'nit chazek. Okay, you can sit down. Yahalelu et Shem Adonai ki nisgav shemo levado. Hodo al eretz v'shayes shamayim vayarem keren le'amo tehila lechol chasidav Livnei Yisrael am kerovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Etz chaim hi lemachazikim ba v'tomcheha meushar deracheha darchei noam v'chol netivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Chadesh Chadesh Yameinu Chadesh Yameinu Kekedem. Please remain standing for the Aleinu. If you want to go back, you can stay. All right. The Aleinu text is on the screen. It's on page 586 in the prayer book. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol latet gedula liotzer breshit שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגור עלינו ככל המונם ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ מושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים הוא אלוהינו אין עוד אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו ככתוב בתורתו וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל הארץ ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. And we read together, may we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding. loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad ushemo echad.
We're allowed to do that.
You are? Really?
I said so.
Now we're all in trouble. And we're going to continue with the reading, which is going to be on the screen. There it is. Just an amazing thing. And let's read that together. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose lives are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. Where did it go? Where did it go? There it is. This Shabbat, we are remembering Lou Friedman, who's my father, Ruth Sivan, mother of Shelley Grossman, Milton Kingson, father of Stephen Kingson, Helen Aspis, grandmother of Robin Kitzmiller, Joseph Klein, father of Stephen Klein, Bernard Kramer, father-in-law of Judith P. Kramer, Esther Kramer, mother-in-law of Judith P. Kramer, Leon Lutzker, father of Marvin Lutzker, Irv Mirsky, uncle of Rachel Rosenzweig, Lawrence Posner, father-in-law of Neil Rothfeld, Herman Fisher, father of Addie Unterlach, Bernard Cohen, Charles Bianco, Sylvia Rapp Furman, Ida Jones, Rose Cashvan, and Michael Margulies. And we are counting Shloshim for Nancy L. Reingold, the sister-in-law of Rick and Susie Reingold. And we are counting Shloshim for Bernard Katz, the husband of Carol Katz. And we will not begin counting Shloshim for Bernie Cohen, not the one who's already on the list, but a more recent passing of Bernie Cohen. The funeral for Bernie will be on Monday. I'll be putting out information later, after Shabbat. The funeral will be Monday in New York, and at some time, hopefully relatively soon, we'll be able to hold some sort of a service here as well for us to pay our respects. Kaddish is on page 598. Please rise. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lalmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shmei dekudsha brechu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata da'amiran ba'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav Huyase shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Please be seated. Susie, it's announcement time. Whoa. I'll get out of the way, I promise. There you go. There it is.
Most importantly, we want to thank you, Rabbi Carla, all the participants that were on the.
Hang on a second.
I know,
Well,
she's busy.
no, it's more than her.
And the tech crew.
Oh, three
Thank
cheers for the tech crew.
Have to thank the tech crew. Are there any simchas that anyone would like to share with the congregation right now?
I have one.
Oh,
Yes, I do.
you?
Yes,
Yeah,
today,
go ahead.
yes. Today is Harley's birthday.
oh,
Yes,
congratulations.
yes. How old is Harley? Harley is 3. That is in rabbit years, yes. Also in people years, because we don't know any difference. We don't really know when Harley was born, but when he came to us and adopted us 3 years ago, it will be 3 years in September, the people from the Rabbit Rescue Society who helped us out with him picked him up and, and they said he was about 10 weeks old. So we counted back. And we had to pick a date in July, and I said, well, what date will I ever remember? I know, Bastille Day. And today is Bastille Day and Harley's birthday, yes. And Jean is going to make rabbit, for the rabbit, she's going to make carrot cake.
Oh,
Yes.
you have a rabbit.
We have, yes, Harley the Rabbit. Yes.
Nice,
Yes.
okay.
And Jean will be publishing a new issue of the Harley Chronicles, Be'ezrat Hashem, with the help of God soon. And if you are not already on the subscription list, talk to Jean and get yourself on. You want to see these pictures. He's just, yeah. Yes, Harley's birthday. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, to Harley, yes.
The announcements for our upcoming calendar start with Monday. The 17th from 10:30 to 12 is the Library Book Club. On Tuesday, the 18th, from 1:30 to 3:30 is Continuing Hebrew via Zoom.
Yep.
3 to 4:30 will be the Biblical Hebrew Grammar, also
Via Zoom, yes.
Okay.
Well, we have one class person who's in Hawaii.
Ooh,
Yeah. So we do that by Zoom.
that's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
Wednesday, you get a reprieve. Thursday, you're back to studying. 1:30 to 3, Biblical Hebrew again, grammar via Zoom. 3 to 4:30, Bible study. The David story via Zoom, which is really cool.
Yep.
Friday, the 21st, we're back to having services 7:30 to 9 here. Shabbat services in person and via streaming.
Yes.
And then on the 22nd, we will have Shabbat morning services in person from 10 to 11:30. And then following that at 11:30 to 1:30 is lunch and Torah. Most importantly, some very fun stuff coming up. On Sunday, the 23rd.
Wait. Are you
What?
suggesting that the Torah study and
You
all
have
that
to
Hebrew
study
isn't,
that
it's not
school.
fun? Wait a minute. Okay, now we're going to have the people are going to speak. Do we have fun with Torah study?
Okay, then you have fun. Good.
Do we have fun with Hebrew? Yes. Oh, okay.
So, more fun coming your
No.
How's that?
No,
All right.
not more, but additional.
Additional.
Additional fun,
Schleitz
yeah.
said, additional. Okay, on Sunday, the 23rd, in the social hall from 2, and it's actually 3:30, the do's and don'ts when buying and selling real estate with our own
Ricky.
Ricky Bauman.
Ricky Bauman,
Okay,
yes.
and hopefully she'll be okay. because
She'll be,
that
yeah,
means-
she'll be fine.
Okay,
Ricky's,
good. All right.
she'll be good.
Then we want to remind you, and there's posters all over to not forget, that we at Beth Israel helping the Hillsborough schools, and we're collecting donations and items for the 2024 school year. We will be collecting until July 30th. If you haven't been able to contribute as yet, please give whatever you can, because there's huge sales right now, so
Yeah.
wonderful. And a check can be sent to Barbara Nova, raise your hand, Barbara, at her home.
I want to add to that.
Okay.
That we have been sending, Barbara has been
Yes.
sending the checks as we've been receiving them.
Almost
And,
$1,000.
well, I got a lovely note from the Methodist Church. They are very, very grateful for our support. They're blown away, actually, by how generous this congregation has been. And the thank you note is pinned on the bulletin board in the social hall. So please have an opportunity to read that tonight. I think you'll be pleased by that.
So excited with what
Yeah,
we gave
they are.
them.
They're
It's really
very-
great.
Yeah.
Most importantly, all of our board at Beth Israel is sponsoring a very special, it's a new and prospective member luncheon for all new members that joined as of August 22nd. This is going to be held on Sunday, August 20th in the social hall from 12 to about 2:30. If you know someone interested in joining Beth Israel, please have them contact Barry Ross at his email address is 1007barrypi@gmail.com by July 31st, so we can make sure we have enough food for everybody. Okay? Any questions? Barry, raise your hand so they know you're there.
There's
If you
Barry.
don't know Barry, there's Barry.
You do now. Okay.
Thank you.
New
I
Barry.
think tonight's ONEG is sponsored by Arnold and Winnie Goldlang. There
Yes.
you are. And we're celebrating Winnie's 85th birthday.
Not possible.
Congratulations, Winnie.
Not possible. Well preserved for her, yes,
For 85.
yes.
You want to tell them they can turn their cell phones?
No, we're not done yet.
Don't let them.
No. Thank you. She's done. We're going to close the service with singing Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Peace will yet come to us, or let peace yet come to us. And I think you're going to like this. We've seen this before and we love it. Here it comes.
Shalom Aleinu, O Javo Shalom Aleinu, O Javo Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kulam. O Javo Shalom Aleinu, O Javo Shalom Aleinu, O Javo Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kulam. Salam.
folks. Shabbat Shalom. And we hope the folks at home have an Oneg Shabbat as wonderful as we're going to have. Please join us in the social hall.
Harry did really good up there. John, you coming back here with us? You guys going back there?
That was Uganda, right?
Because
We played a game, a board game called Scout It Out, and we remember the flag because it has a chicken on it. The flag. Yeah, because we played a board game called Scout It Out, and it's like a thing where you figure out what country it is. And we just got that a couple days ago.